Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, my fellow YouTubers. Welcome to another edition of Airy Sky Rita video blog. I'm Airy Sky. So, as you can see, there's two things I need to say. I got a couple things to say. First, I'm going to get my coffee, and then I'm going to thank. Well, let me just thank first, then, while brushing my hair. But first, if you're new to the channel, welcome. If you're a comer backer, welcome back. So we got a lot of topic today to discuss, a lot. I have to get my tablet thing and let Zoe know that I'm going live. Zoe said it was really fun. Yeah. Was it last night? Yeah, it was last night. See, I don't even remember what happened, okay? So Zoe, of course, this morning, I spoke to her for a little bit. She didn't have time. I wanted to thank her for the fun last night. And she was, you know. I wish that person would realize she's starting to trigger me. Yeah. She literally turns around and is. Anyways, let me try to control that before I get annoyed, okay? I haven't even had my first cup of coffee and I'm talking. Um, yeah, I want to thank you all for coming in, and if you haven't, subscribe, like, and give a thumbs up. So that said, let's get the coffee done first. Yes, I'm trying to. Um, I asked Chloe a question on something, and she's like, "Oh, I don't know." I'm still alive, 3 days, so happy. So, anyways, here's my robe. Okay, so, um, let's get the coffee started. I'll look for my tablet thing. I feel like this. So, Chloe damages a pair of my pants, right? And then it won't go tight. See? It keeps falling. Anyways, so this morning, you can see there's some dishes here. So, we'll get to the business aspect this morning. I was talking that. Oh, yeah, we're talking about Denny's cup last night. I'll just use this morning for coffee time. So, there we go. So, we're going to get to the first thing this morning. Oh, still got to find my tablet thingy. So, a couple stories for you while we're talking. So, got up this morning. Still need. Chloe was dipping at me this morning, chomping at the damn bit. I can't believe Chloe, Oh, here it is. Okay, so there we go. So we're going to go click on to Zoe. I am live. Coffee time with Rita or Krabby McCoffee has started. So I told Zoe I would be live, but I'm going to be also leaving early today after I get my thing done because I still got 2 seasons of my TV show to go. Yeah. So, shall we get to the starting of the business today? 2 seasons to go. I got seasons 4 and 5, but I'm trying to finish up season 3, which I'm like episode 24, I think. Fell asleep. Yeah, the only thing I could clearly state about the A-Team is they reuse several scenes. But anyways, let's just get down to business, shall we? Thank you. So, first of all, I want to thank Mama Pee-wee, for this wonderful bag of bunny food. Yeah, see? Bun food. I gotta feed this little guy, but I'm not gonna open up the new stuff yet either. So this is what happens, I told Chloe to clean his cage up once every 3 or 4 days, 5-minute jobs. As soon as the tub's cleaned, we also got to get some hay. There you go, Booter. He likes Timothy hay, so. What's wrong? Huh? No. Oh, see? You just got to do it that way. See? So, I want to thank, like I said, Pee-wee for the bunny food, right? Mm-hmm. Right? All right. So, anyways, apparently, yeah, how you doing, huh? Yeah. You wanted the food or did you want the cuddles? All right, so it's time for me to have my morning coffee. So go on in there, bub. Okay, so, and then I want to thank Mama Pee-wee again for these Christmas cookies. Yeah. So I was looking at this, right? We got it today. I'm going to thank Mama Pee-wee. And she said, the delivery, and I thought, oh, cool, Moppy's got some treats, Yeah, Chloe was flipping her lid. I said, why? Chloe said, oh, well, it's made in China, and we can't trust it. It could be in processed dog meat because, she's very anti-China. And I was like, oh, well, it's the gift that counts. Yeah, we'll give it to Moppy anyways. And she's like, we shouldn't be giving Moppy Chinese, whatever. And it's like, dude, take chill pill. So basically, I was asking a question. So I was asking a question to Higgins, right? And Higgins, something about rechargeable batteries, right? On on scanners, because Chloe's like, hurry up. She wants to give me a scanner from me and her mom's gift card, and she wants to make it handheld, right? So I'm thinking to myself, I haven't talked to Higgins about this yet, right? But I was thinking of, joking with um, Zoe last night. What was that? Where's Zoe? There they are. See, I'm not even with it. See, my pants are falling down. You know what? I'm going to go and find me a quick pair of pants, everyone, that's not freaking falling down. I hate these pants. Chloe just, I told Chloe to get rid of this pair. So. Anyways, I got a story for you today, too. So I'm going to look at pants real quick. Alright, these are clean. At least I can use these. Since I don't know what's clean or dirty anywhere with all the crap going on. But anyways, I want to tell a story or three. So, it goes like this. I went to bed last night. This morning. Late. Very late. Because I spent an hour or so with Zoe this morning on Discord. I stopped my 18 and then I watched like episode 123 and then our season 3 episode, you know. There we go. So, Zoe seems isn't here, so I gotta send Chloe out. Of course, tobacco soon. I think. Alright, I'll check my balance soon. So, yeah, so, alright, so let's get to it. So, last night, I decided to get done with my live view. It was great having fun with Zoe. The Coca-Cola in bed was really funny too, you know. She was thinking last night that there's got to be a way that we can do like little skits, you know, something. And you know, a few skits here and there. While I'm at it this morning, see, I keep asking Chloe for certain things, never gets done. So this morning, I gotta retape the floor again. I asked Chloe the other day for some duct tape. She threw a fit, you know. It's like she doesn't even know what the hell's going on anymore. I mean, you know, you would think the hardware store would sell that duct tape, right? So, here we go. I told Chloe to do this a fucking month ago, you know? Only because I'm trying to preserve the floor. Chloe doesn't care if the fucking floor falls off. See, this is what I gotta do. I gotta fix. See, it works. And I still haven't had my coffee yet. Okay, see? All right, so I'm taking care of most everything, so now maybe I can finish up with the last two things I need to do, and then we could settle down and chat about everyday stuff. Yeah, so done with the story, so there it is. So anywho, all right, so gonna go shopping. Chloe's like, yeah, can't miss. So here we go. There. So shall we sit down and have a chat? All right. All right. So last night I got done with my YouTube video. And all right, so let me just tell you guys a story. I got a lot to cover today, so need to email Pee Wee, thank her. I'm thanking her right now. So the Higgins had to basically email something about snow plows, and So a couple topics I'm going to be talking about today. Higgins gave me some really good, hold on. So there we go. So here's the deal. So I woke up last night, right? This morning, and I got to tell you how hungry I was. Yeah. So first of all, Zoe's package, right, from Portland, have to check on it, is still stuck in. Actually, I think it moved to Morton. So it moved to Morton, right? So it says currently the travel delay was in Fife, and then Morton. Oh, Milton. So 8 hours later, went up and up whatever road, got here. So it's here now. Okay, so tomorrow. But anyways, tomorrow. So Mama Pee Wee emailed me and said, "Did your other packages get delivered?" Well, my packages that from Zoe said to me, "Oh, don't worry about it. If someone's gonna steal your package, it would be a big delay due to the fact that it is So anyways, apparently there's a picture. They took a picture of it. So apparently Mama Fanny or Pee Wee wanted a photo of it or something. It says delivered, get status updates. Signature not required. So apparently says package delivered to recipient, and it was delivered at 1 p.m. and apparently there was a picture taken. So I guess, Mama, uh, it's interesting because you don't ever see that. They never do that unless they basically, are basically covering their own tracks because of it. I mean, literally, FedEx is really doing this. It's an interesting theory. Yeah, see? So it's basically got this picture, right, of my door, and it's like signature not required left of that. So instead of Moppy going ape, they decided to leave it with a picture, right? Oh. So, anyways, so I'm gonna keep those links, just because. And um, so anyways, Higgins and I were talking last night about anyways, So I can finally clear my email, and I'm feeling pretty good, So I got like 139 emails. I'm just gonna go through, find comb, and get rid of a lot of this stuff from Christmas. It's like they gave me so many updates and on FedEx that was not funny. I had to make sure it was all managed. But anyways, let me just get to the story. So I think you're gonna basically love this story. So last night, I'm doing YouTube. You guys know that already. Oh, yes. So I made a folder the other day called Amazon Discussions. Yeah, basically that's where it goes to a folder where I can actually you know, and then a lot of people ask me outright, with the email, I got email from September. I still got to go through. A lot of people ask me to go through So Zoe, of course, she said they were very beautiful stockings. I think a couple of the people were curious about um uh, the stockings. We had Zoe on last time, but we didn't have the stockings on. Yeah, I mean that was. Yeah, I mean, so that's something that was really interesting, and it was like, we didn't have the stockings on. It's always like so beautiful, she's gonna put them away. Yeah, we understand, but maybe the viewers would like to see the stockings in her hands. Maybe I can get her on by New Year's and she can actually show us the stockings, because I haven't seen them, in my own opinion. Stinky, I've seen the pictures, but you know but anyways, I'd like to basically go ahead and yeah, that's the thing that's really you know all right. So currently I have 102 emails I still got to go through, but I'm getting it down. So anyways, like, shall we get to business, because I really am enjoying this stuff today. Okay. So I was talking to Zoe last night, and we were talking about everything going on, and Chloe, of course, um, was talking about no energy. I'm gonna check the comments. Okay, so no energy, and I thought that was funny, And she says, "Oh, I don't have any energy," and I'm like, "Okay." So anyway, she's sleeping off and on, and she would sleep. I took a picture for Miss Zoe, and nope, nothing. So it's almost 11 there. Think she was upset I slept in. The thing is I had to have the full 6.5 hours of sleep. I mean, literally, if I get less than that, I think I'm getting old, where I need more sleep. Besides, Zoe was joking about sleep anyways. So anyway, so turns around. First thing she does, and as you can see, the dishes are almost done. She's destroyed the dishwasher. So she's complaining last night, right? She's like, meow. So she's so hungry that she some leftover prime rib, which I need a cake pan for. So I'm going to take this cake pan, and then while it cooks for 30 plus minutes, probably 30 minutes, I'm going to then make au jus. And I have to cut it to prime rib slabs, because the prime rib, Chloe butchered it. She thought it was just basically a roast, so she butchered it up, thinking she could use it as pot roast meat. Let me tell you, it wasn't pretty. But anyways, I'll get to that in a minute. All right, so I turned around. Okay, I turned around last night. And the thing that upset me was this. Chloe's bitching about being hungry, right? So I get a clean cooking area. The stove needs to be cleaned again, but Chloe doesn't want to, So, but we're not going to tear her down, Chloe. I'm just going to tell you the story. So we put everything together, right? And then I was joking with Zoe this morning, like 7 in the morning. 7 a.m., no prime rib. Well, Chloe goes, right? So at 10 o'clock or whatever time I actually cut my channel last night, And, we had Zoe on our channel last night, and, we ended like 10 or something, right? Which was like a little over midnight her time. And it was a great addition. It was a great Christmas present having her online. So I want to thank my viewers for emailing me saying it was awesome that they got to see the legendary Zoe. So anyways, I messaged, so last night I told Chloe, okay. So around midnight, Chloe's sitting there and she's like, and I'm like, and she's like, I'll get to it, right? So she finally gets all fucking bitchy and mad, right? It was like, you got prime rib, I don't got prime rib. Fuck you, I ain't giving you prime rib. So I finally went into the kitchen, getting everything prepped. She got up, pushed me out of the kitchen. I was like, what's that for? Because I'm doing it. So she has this. And finally, I was like, fine. Then I get it all done, right? And I said, I think it's somewhat frozen. So, oh, no. What is it we do cooking? 2 hours. Pull it out. Chloe says, oh, it looks good. Takes a knife, cuts into the first piece, looks at it, and it's mooing still on the inside. It's not even cooked, right? Meat thermometer in it. She says, oh, it's got to be our stove. Slaps off her piece, puts it on a plate, mooing. Puts it back in the oven. Oh, it'll give it an hour, right? Hour goes up. We pull it out. She cuts into it again. Oh, it's still mooing. I don't know what's wrong. Throws it back in for an hour. So this is like 1 to 8. Pulls it back out. And we're at 325 degrees, right? Pulls it back out, puts it in. Then she says, oh, I don't know what's wrong with the stove. The guy said, turned around the other day, the repair guy, and said, clean it. You need to clean it at least. Oh, no, I'll clean it. So anyway, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning, it's like 6 o'clock there. So starting at 5, I started saying 5 p.m. at 5 a.m. no prime rib. And Zoe finally got up. She's like, what the fuck, and it's like, because, Chloe doesn't care about that, So, I was talking to Zoe, this morning. We were talking about Harry, and she was making a joke about what would intersex people think about what part of your mind is male or what part of you is female, and we were talking about hair, and I was talking about, me and Zoe was talking about the the hair thing. Well, Chloe came to me and she said, "Yeah, what were you guys talking about for Harry?" And I said, "Oh, you heard that?" And she's like, "Yeah, I did." Trying to be a complete, whatever, right? Like a control thing, right? And then she had the audacity to say, "So what's going on with your you're talking about me and Zoe, it's like, and Zoe, I was telling Zoe, a lot of it borderlines they're feeling like someone's going to replace them. I mean, look, Chloe abandoned me on my game and then abandoned everyone on the game and then went to another game to get away from it. And then that's all she does. She's glued to one game. I mean, literally, it's like she's an expert in one game. I'm tired of basically picking up the pieces and being used and abused. And because of it, I am literally, it's, I mean, wanted to basically hoard my prime rib to make pot roast, what do you call pot pies out of it. And Zoe, I told Zoe, and I said, well, we could do it next month, but Chloe wanted my prime rib. I could make prime rib soup. If Zoe was visiting, I could say, what would you like, pot pies or prime rib soup? She'd probably choose the soup because it's the winter time. And Chloe's like, oh yeah, I mean, look, unless you can be a master at pot pies, the problem with pot pies is getting the crust right and getting the gravy consistent. No, when she wants pot pies, always made a joke: buy chicken or buy, um, frozen. I mean, literally. So last night, right? Let me tell you the story. So last night I was doing my YouTube video. Love all of you, by the way. And I was doing my YouTube video. I have a problem with milk. I must go through like 15 gallons or more a month. My milk is my main beverage. I don't like alcohol. So tonight, it's always like, you didn't get the ham cooked? No, I didn't have time for the ham to cook. I mean, literally, if the ham cooked, it would have been cooked first, but the prime rib had to go first. And yet, the prime rib was semi-frozen. But anyways, I want to tell you the story, okay? And then we got some other stuff to talk about. So, then what happened? Well, okay. So then what happened was she decides first she wants these apple pies. These little banquet apple pies. They're really tasty, actually, for apple pie. She shoveled them in so fast, I don't think she has any tongue for testing because of. So then I turned around, right? And then she takes and she uses up her mashed potato and gravy mix, right? Mashed potato and gravy mix, right? Is this hot or no? She's got 1 pack of gravy, and So let me just tell you the story. I got one thing of Aja, okay? So she turns around, right? Turns around, and literally, right after the pot pies, right? Doesn't want. She had a plan. She didn't really want prime rib either. So, So what she did was she turned around, right? Throws in a full pot pie from Rita calendar. Throws it in there and says, oh, yes, I think she ate mine. I'm not saying mine's right there. So, no, she ate 2 of the Marie calendars. There's only 1 left. So she ate 2 of them, okay? 2 of them, right? So last night, Zoe says to me, why don't you stop buying, she didn't say it in this term, so I don't want to misconstrue words and say she said this when she didn't. But basically, the story is like do prep videos like Fanny does for cooking. Prep like a week's worth of food and then make like 7 pot pies for each of us, And I said, oh, that's a great idea. And she said, isn't it? But Chloe won't budge. Zoe and I joked about it this morning, Zoe and I joked about it this morning. I love Zoe dearly, And Zoe says, oh, why not? We'll think about it, okay? I'm going to make a statement here once and for all. If Zoe goes, fires up the oven, makes 4 apple pie. The berry pies are very good, and the sausage and biscuits pie from Banquets is really good if you can get a hold of breakfast thing, right? Then what happened? I'll tell you. So I turned and I told the Chloe, I told Chloe, right? To leave everything to me. I'll do the decision making. She can't make a decision, right? So instead, her decision is food, right? Food. So you sit there and you say, that reminds me. Why's my leg hurting all of a sudden? Couldn't be the frickin' whatever. So she complains, oh, well, I need a bath. Then draw your bath water and do it. I mean, literally. I mean, I could draw a bath too. I mean, literally, I had a bath last night, But I'll tell you what happened, right? So she was eats these apple pot pies. They were tasty though. I thanked her. I thanked her for making them. It's Christmas. I said thanks. She goes back to her game, right? So I'm sitting there and I'm like, okay, this is just loaded with sugars. Then she turns around and she brings out her pot pies. And she had like 3 in the fridge. Now she's down to 1. Eats them. And I'm sitting there going, and dishes are piled up. And I'm going, and she's like, oh, yeah, when I do this. And then all of a sudden, finally she gets around to after getting mad. I'm like, I'm in there doing things, doing my share of the chores, and she's getting mad, screaming and yelling. I'm blind, I'm retarded, I'm stupid. It's got to be handled by her. I looked at her and I said, prime rib doesn't fucking get done by itself. Time we get it done, the meat will be rotting because you're too fucking lazy fucking playing your game. Literally is what I said. I was angry. And she's like, so she goes and I get it all prepped. I said, I think it's frozen. Oh, no. 2 hours later. And like I said, she's eating basically raw meat. It's not even cooked. Blames it on the oven. And then 1 hour afterwards, I finally grabbed a candy bar. And I'm sitting there munching on candy bar. She's like falling asleep. Every time the timer gets reset for an hour, she's back to sleep. So then she's sleeping. And then, finally, she starts cutting into it, carving it like, oh, this piece is raw, this piece is raw, this piece is raw. This one's mooing, back in the oven it goes. Finally, right around, what was it, 8:30 or something, 9 o'clock is when dinner was finally done. It was like, the total was 8 hours. He's like, all right, the stove's going. The management guy doesn't know what he's doing. I mean, literally 8 hours to cook a prime rib at 325. It's got to be either the prime rib is frozen, which I defrosted, but you can't tell with meat. It could have been flash frozen and put out on the market looking for while defrosting, and then But anyway, look at it. I mean, I got it cooked, but it doesn't look like a prime rib. It tastes like a prime rib. But the thing is, she butchered it. Instead of cutting up nice prime rib cuts, and letting it cool, she's like, out, it needs to be cooking in the oven, out, and cuts another piece. Eventually, I was like, you know what? I mean, literally, the thing is, I brought it to room temperature and did everything by the book. Once in a while, you get a prime rib. And this prime rib was more gristle, I think, than there was, I mean, literally, I've seen prime rib that had like 3 bones, great marbling. This one... Puppy, just get in there. Look. Get in there. Get in there. Okay. So then I told Chloe I have some discussions to talk with her, right? So anyway, so the what was I saying? So anyway, 9 this morning, prime rib's done. I'm sitting there and I'm like, prime rib came out moist. The only thing is, I said it needs au jus. Chloe's like, oh yeah. So I was getting ready to. She said, just do the au jus tomorrow. And I finally got done eating. I'm like, fine, I'm doing au jus tomorrow, and you ain't getting fucking leftovers. You can have your fucking pot pie. Ooh, but I said, no buts. You fucking took this long just to take the trash out. So, where's she? Oh, well, while you're on YouTube, I will be on my computer. Yeah, that's what she's going to be all night, And me and Zoe were talking about that. Yeah, Zoe and I know Zoe doesn't like drama, but I just wanted to share it. So Zoe says, oh, well, how come she won't do these prepping videos? Because I have to get the camera equipment, the tripod, and the power pack, which I'm working with Higgins on. Same time, Chloe doesn't give a shit. You see, let me tell you what Chloe's problem is. Chloe's problem is she can't make decisions. That's the thing. You'll sit there, right? She can make decisions when it comes to mental health, but she can't make life decisions. I could sit there and give her an entire list of stuff that she needs to take the Rita Lee crash course in economic financing, instead, I mean, literally, I don't sit there and make suggestions like, oh, we can lock your debit card up in the safe so you can't spend it unless you really need something. I mean, that might be the only way to get her out from that financial thing of eating at the hot bar. Oh, and it seems we lost one subscriber last night, too, by the way. I had 581, so I'm down to 580, so it's going down again. So I guess, so I was just looking at um, some of my YouTubers, it says I have 580, I have the notice that says something like you have over 600 or over 20,000 views, but the monetization is going to be reset for next year. I mean, it won't. I mean, I have all of it checked on. Thing is that I can't monetize because I don't have enough content. But that's why Zoe and I were talking about little mini skits or cooking. But the thing is, Chloe wouldn't care. I mean, literally, she doesn't give two poops about cooking videos. So but I wanted to share that with you guys because like right now, and this is the thing people don't understand is being someone who lives with a person with borderline. All they care about is their game and what they can get out of someone. Yeah. Zoe and I were talking about that this morning. We were joking about Chloe and you know, you know, other issues. I mean, Zoe was laughing her ass off today. I was talking to her about last night. Because I didn't do it on YouTube, and she's like, "Oh yeah, you gotta." You got three. If you had to identify Chloe as part of the A team, she would be Howling Mad Murdoch, BA, and Faceman rolled into one, a 3-in-1, due to the fact that she cons. She's got a temper on her. I mean, literally, she screamed at me, yelled at me. First woke up because she was yelling at me about the whole hair thing, and Zoe said, "Oh, you know, when you look at intersex people compared to non-intersex people, most tranny women don't have the naturally wavy hair, and I'm thinking." My thought is I've seen some transgender people, but the problem is the reason people sit there and say, "Oh, Rita's not a woman; she doesn't wear makeup." You know what? Let me just tell you something to the transgendered people that's watching this morning. You can wear makeup. Some makeup can cause cancer, and if you end up with skin cancer because you put on too much makeup, then they say, "Oh yes, you got the trannies get skin cancer." Not my problem. What are you gonna do? Sue the makeup company? Nope. I mean, literally, all these chemicals and everything else. And then I tell Zoe, my hair is naturally curly and wavy. And I'm gray. And the fact that I need to get things moving. And I told Zoe that I do have hot flashes from time to time, and I'm having one right now. Just to let you know. I told Zoe I even have hot flashes. And that's because of you know. But then you got these trannies say, "Oh yeah, I'm a real woman, and I love having period and period blood." Trannies don't have period blood and periods. Their stomach cramps. They can't even get a period, so they don't even know what the hell they're talking about. I mean, literally, they may be moody, but then the hormones are altering their brain too. Has anyone noticed that the hormones alter their brains? Yeah. Even Mama Danielle, she's trans, by the way, literally stated the same thing. Fanny asked, "How many mamas have?" Well, actually, I had one who died, one that the biological died, and then Fanny and that, and then and Danielle, she had a good Danielle had a good Christmas dinner, but Danielle was like, "Oh, you're living a high off the hog." No, not really, but Chloe's, but anyways. Chloe can't make any decisions, that's the thing. They say, "Oh, Chloe can," and you're just making lying and stuff. I mean, literally, me and Zoe were talking about that. That email was attacking me, but at the same time, it could have been Tony or someone else. Zoe said, absolutely she wouldn't play those games. So, but problem is, so let me just say, with Chloe, as I joked this morning with Zoe, she's not going to make a prepping video where you can make food for a week. I could. Thing is that I have to have a clean kitchen, and Chloe wouldn't even allow me to be clean to do it. I mean, I could basically set it all up, prep it, get it all prepped, ready to go. Thing is, Chloe won't allow it because to her, everything's got to be a pigsty, in her opinion. All she cares about is her game and living in a pigsty. Yet, I'm not allowed to leave my home. Yeah. Or I have to be under chaperone. Why do you think Chloe was rushing up to the hospital the other day? I mean, Zoe made the joke the other day. It might have been like solace. Yeah, might be. I mean, literally, the heat is completely off, okay? And this room is approximately 55 degrees, okay? 55 to 70 right now. But problem is, it's the hot flashes. Yeah. So what do I got to do to remedy it? I'll give me some medicine soon. That'll work. I'll clear up the hot flashes in a week. And that is why I make the joke. I do the administrative duties because I take care of the administrative duties and the phone calls. I mean, I used to do that with a flip phone, cell phone, bag phone, brick phone. Now, when it comes to Zoe, not Zoe, Chloe. But anyways, we better get to our discussions for tonight because, but yeah, I had my prime rib. I got to have my prime rib as a leftover. I told Chloe I would talk to her. She offered me to place the orders on her Amazon account for what we need to get because she can't make the decision. I told Zoe that everything that gift card wise Chloe gets, she stockpiles it. She can't even make a decision for anything. I mean, so apparently one of Higgins gave me a link to something, and I'm sorry to say I don't want to read this, so I'm just gonna cut to the bullshit, okay, and just get to the story. All right, so let's Google this and get news without the freaking bullshit, okay? All right, so as long as we don't have video, okay, we don't have video, okay, so let me read this to you. Damn it, I don't want the fucking news to be damn fucking son of a bitch, that's it. You know what, I'm gonna fucking there. The headphones are off, and I'm going to basically fucking do this. I don't like the fucking auto thing, so what I'm gonna do is this. And then I'm going to fucking basically go and yeah, there, it's off. Okay, so I'm not wasting 4 minutes news, okay? Basically, it says the search continued Monday for vandals who targeted 4 power stations on Christmas Day in Pierce County, Washington. Pierce, setting fire to at least one of the facilities and knocking out power to more than 14,000 utility customers. 4 in Pierce County. Pierce County, I believe, is south of Tacoma or in the Tacoma region. 2 of the break-ins were I didn't even read the next line. Tacoma Public Utility Station. 2 others are at Puget Sound Energy. According to the sheriff's out in Pierce County and encompasses Tacoma. Yeah, same. No arrests have been announced. Vandalism came in a string of similar sabotage incidents in its country, across the country. Several in Northwest follows a Bolton issue last month that DePay about it. It has known any motives that this was coordinated attack on the power systems. The substation attack unfolded Sunday between 2:39 and 7:21 local time. Authorities said in 4 episodes, the saboteurs broke into a fenced-off power station and deliberately damaged equipment. Suspect gained access to the fence area and vandalized equipment that caused the fire. And they were monitoring power substations in their area. Power was restored. Most customers affected by attack by Monday morning. Tacoma Public reported 7,300 customers southwest of Tacoma were affected in vandalism. Energy 7,700 of its customers. Power was restored to all customers Monday afternoon. Okay, I get this. Fortunately, the impacts to our system from today's deliberate damage are more severe someplace. Some customers were restored closer to 8 a.m. Tuesday morning. Appreciate your patience. Yeah, we know this incident impacted many people's holiday celebration. Their crew are working hard. Yeah, the crew gets to eat Christmas dinner while vandals basically do this, And I'm going to basically, declare a state of emergency. Shot up North Carolina, caused 10,000 customers around Louisville. Declare a state of emergency. Okay, so there you go. So, and has anyone seen, let's see, is that the one that Higgins gave me? Yes. You see, one of his preparedness videos that Higgins gave me, it was like, well, it sucks. Well, no, you know what? I'm going to basically lay down and tell you the exact power problem, okay, on the prepping thing, okay? So it goes like this. You say it sucks. I say it sucks. But why are they doing this? So apparently a woman flees on a boat, apparently. Maybe they need to hire the A team. All right. So, anyways, where was I? Anyways, my theory is they're testing the waters. Okay, they're literally testing the waters out there. You see, that's the thing. Pee Wee and Fanny and everyone were prepping. Okay, we're preppers. Let me tell you what's going on in the world. Okay, I'll tell you what's going on. Right. What they're doing is testing the waters. Okay. You see, if they can plan out small attacks, right, and get noticed in the news, then the government's going to have to basically think about tightening their power grid. I mean, look, Russia supposedly has armed men guarding all their power stations because of like rebels. Here, these guys here are basically looking at the facts. Okay. So it goes like this. They turn around and they say something like, I'm only speculating and theorizing. I have no thoughts on this, but I will tell you, power outages are more likely caused by the rebels testing out the waters, because that's all they can do is attack power companies, because apparently it could be inside the government that the government is say the DOJ and the FBI and NSA and stuff gives it reports and says, oh, our power grid could be attacked. Well, power could be attacked on the ground or by computers. So this is what they're saying. But small members of people who want to remain anonymous currently, they can't find fingerprints or whatever, hypothetically, wanting totaled a power station, knocking out power for many, and the point is, remember what I told Zoe, when we were out of power, when they showed the video of the exploding whatever in Anacortes, where the feeder line, right, how it blew up. I mean, literally, these things happen, but the thing is there's people out there saying, if you prep you're going to have to prep, and you're going to have to prep because there's not enough supplies in the world. I mean, look, I was talking to Zoe, what was it, Christmas Eve on Discord? And she never even heard of a solar generator. I said, you don't know these things because, you're a moderator on my channel. I didn't tell her this. And, Mama Fanny, when we're talking about, power backups, if you can't use a little gas generator, I didn't show Zoe my gas generator, thing. And, the link that, we have them. And yet you can't use them. So you need to have a battery backup system, a jackery, for example, or some type. Mama and Fanny and I are looking for affordability, for the next, I mean, literally, the jackeries do work. I mean, I would say that your jackery would be used as a backup for your phone or your flip phone. I mean, literally, my phone is full. I think is the battery running low on this? I think Chloe moved something. I mean, I don't remember. Is this she didn't. Huh. Yeah, so apparently she decided to move my phone charger. There we go. So apparently, charge it. There we go. So apparently it's at 10%. I gotta check my balance anyways. But anyways, since we're having this great conversation, right? And these emergency power things need to be purchased. I mean, people just sit there and they buy and they don't even think about what they need. As a prepper, you got to look at everything that you need to keep your communications optimal. I mean, what are you going to run out? Power goes out, right? I mean, they hit us nationwide. I mean, look, these things are on small scale right now because they're testing the waters because the government. I don't think the government realizes. This is me. I'm a thinker. Okay, I'm not like, I don't leave my home. But anyways, I don't, Anyways, my point is somewhere out there, someone's giving orders to attack power stations. Why? They want the grid. They either want the entire country to be reset, which I'll explain in a second. Reset meaning the entire country gets reset. Let me check my balance real quick while I'm at it. Reset or some other reason, So I need to send Chloe out, I think, for a couple cans of tobacco because of, So anyways, before it gets too late, I want to send her out. I think it's 10. So she was going to do it this morning, but she's like, I'm tired. So I would like to talk about the reason they're doing this while we're waiting. So give me just 1 second. All right, so let's just finish this real quick. I still got coffee to drink and my balance to check first. Okay, so you guys are sitting there and you've tuned in this far, right? And you're saying to myself, I told Zoe, that she could always use Google Voice because it's free. The only thing is Google Voice actually makes phone calls. Here's what I told her. She's like, this morning's like, oh, really? Yeah. So let me check my balance because I'm not going to. Been being very frugal. What the fuck? Who the fuck spent $12 on my money? So someone spent $12 of my money, $13 of my money on the Christmas day. Chloe didn't go out Christmas day to the gas station, I don't think. Oh, no, she did. That's right. She bought me a candy bar. So milk and candy bar was $13.37. Was there any tobacco in that mix? Hold on a sec, peeps. That's it. Son of a bitch, would you shut up for a second while I look on my belt? That dog. Look. Right. They charge 32. So I got your candy bar. They didn't tell me that. Then there's another charge for $20. I think that's tobacco on the 25th. I'm going to look because you didn't order tobacco on the 25th. Let me see what the bank says. If I can concentrate for a few minutes, people, this is why you get the real unedited version. So, $13. This one is the 24th. So that's the tobacco run. This is the 23rd. It's already, so I got two pendings right there. Yeah. You know. And Zoe would have a heyday on that. But anyways, so while I finish this cup of coffee, I'll run to the bathroom afterwards for a minute or two. But here on the Rita show, I want to be very clear with you that I think these power outages are people testing their limits to see how far people would go. You see, there's three possible outcomes. This could be small-scale warfare against the citizens. Could be the Amish doing it, hypothetically. Wouldn't think they would do it. But someone who doesn't like technology. Two, it could be someone out there who's basically trying to rise up and get the militias or the army or whatever together, if there's a personal army, to get maybe, possibly, hypothetically, remember, I'm just throwing these out there, to overthrow the government. Like, look, what happened? Okay. Well, we have the elections, right? They're like, oh, yeah, we're going to take over the House. We're going to take over the Senate. Red wave. Didn't happen. Then they basically ran down the road like a chicken with its head cut off. Or they ran away when the elections failed. And you hear the, oh, yeah, Katie Hobbs is going to lose. The Supreme Court's going to rule in favor, blah, blah. All of a sudden, what happens? You got Hobbs running things. You know, I know a friend of mine who is a moderator on this channel, Cactus Blossom. Eventually, I'm going to have to give her the go-ahead to come on my channel again and to ask her specifically what was going on in Arizona, because I don't understand it. Literally, I can't understand why these people turn around and say, oh, yeah, we're going to sit there, we're going to overthrow the government, we're going to do this, you know, the government, we're going to do it from internally with everything. And all of a sudden, you know, it's like yesterday's discussion with Zoe, right? Zoe's a sweetheart. Zoe said, you know, oh, they're not going to prosecute Trump. You know what? Everyone has their own opinion of what's going to happen. To me, the justice system moves slowly, slower than dirt. Trust me, I've dealt with it. I mean, look, literally, I've dealt with it. She's dealt with it, you know. So anyways, apparently Zoe is, you know, a unique character. Yeah, let's just say. Anyways, I'm gonna. See, I can do that too. When the bear's pissed, the little bear goes and runs. I mean, literally barking to let me know someone's at the door. Oh, yeah, someone's at the door. He didn't bark when they delivered the damn packages this morning. Anyways, let's just get down to what we're talking about, okay? Anyways, I got to use the restroom momentarily, but let me just tell you the story. You see, I'm um, disappointed that all these people, they didn't get civil war, so they want to cause it by power outage. And so it could be they want to basically attack our power grid so the army comes out and then they can fight something and then take on the government, but at the other time, it could be a small thing of people trying to do something. I mean, look, let me put it this way. A lot of people ask me, how come there's that, we haven't had the big reset, the stock market crashed, Isn't today a banking holiday, so the stock Dow Jones is not working today? I don't remember. So December 23rd was the last day for the stock market and it went up. So, we'll know what it goes to up or down tomorrow. But my point is if you look at the people wanting the big reset, they're not getting it. They're like, oh, we're not getting the big reset. We're not getting civil war. So a lot of people are leaving these prepper channels. They're leaving the prepper channel on the ground that they're leaving the prepper channel on the ground of that, the preppers couldn't deliver. The preppers were like, oh yeah, we're gonna take care of these liberal pussies. But you see what happened? There's all these people making the videos like, oh yeah, we're gonna really control everything in 2024 when Trump gets back in because or DeSantis or whatever. And the thing is they're doing the future. I mean, look, I've heard people talk about me on a few YouTube prepping channels going, this person here claims to be, and I never claimed it, okay, but claims to be a prophet, and prophesied that Biden was going to be one, prophesied all this, and I said there ain't going to be a red wave. They all challenged me. Now look, there is no red wave, and yet, even Zoe, needs to realize the wheels of justice. So if they impeach him a third time if the thing is, everyone's basically doing this for political points. I'll be right back to continue this, but I gotta use the restroom. Oh, yes, it's 9:30 today. Thanks, Chloe. Yeah. Oh my God, this is funny. I'm on the toilet. I'm watching this guy who gets. It's a short clip, but he gets ambushed. So he's sitting there and he stops his car. So he sees a little kitten walking on the road, right? Then all of a sudden, as he goes to fix the kitten, about 13 more come out. 13 homeless kittens. doing. I was watching it. That was pretty interesting. You know, I usually don't. That is so cute. 13 little kittens get a forever hose. After a guy saved the kittens, the mother abandoned them. Wow. Anyways, I better get back to my show because I'm unedited. And this is my short break of the day on YouTube. They did. When did you gonna tell me this? Well, what is it? 50 cents a can? Yeah, well, to be lucky you don't live in fucking New Zealand, man. They're banning everything in that shithole country. I got a tranny that turned around and said they'll give you free sex changes in New Zealand, but at the same time, sex changes save lives, but no, not that I know. They just keep putting crappy things out of them, like pictures on the box. And literally, you know what the problem is, Chloe? It's like Dad and I were talking about booze, tobacco, alcohol. It all basically comes down to excess use or non-excess use, right, people? Welcome back, everyone. Here's the bathroom. You see, let me tell you guys a story, all right? When you're a tobacco smoker, cigarette smoker, chewer, whatever, right? You got to ask yourself the big question. Chloe's sitting there going, what's the big question? Thing is, if you excessively drink, you get liver cancer. You excessively smoke cigars or cigarettes, lung, mouth, or tongue cancer. Chewing tobacco, stomach cancer, and colon cancer. I mean, cancer can be brought on from anything from red number 5 dye. They're just saying that Twinkies can now cause cancer, you see? See you when you're back, Chloe. Now, she's basically going to get my tobacco because I asked her to, but, you know, the thing is, gotta get a couple cans. Alright, so, I'd like to share with you a few holiday cheers, okay? Holiday cheers. So, there we go, people. Zoe, I guess, went to sleep early tonight. She got up a little early, very early, you know. She looked at me and, you know, she's like, I haven't had my coffee and I got, you know, she deserves to sleep in, you know. So Higgins literally emailed. Hold on a sec. Hello? Hello? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Yes, okay, I can hear you. I already told you how my Christmas went. We talked yesterday, remember? I asked if you were working today, and you said, oh, I don't know. Well, you wanted to get off to get to that movie last night, so we didn't chat that long. I was going to ask you how your dinner went, but you're like, oh, yeah, I had ham with Carla. It's like, yeah, but doesn't that tell you anything? You had ham with Carla. It doesn't say if the ham was good or not. Aaron would have said the same thing. What? And how come you don't eat ham? I'm not a pork fan. But you love bacon and sausages and the honey baked ham, if it's honey glazed, it is wrong. You gotta just throw the honey glaze, pack it out, and make your own version of spices. That's what I do. Thank God my ham is hickory smoked with no glaze. Yeah, well, I had a good Christmas. I met Zoe on live YouTube. I think I told you that. As long as I'm on YouTube, Chloe's like, I'm not going to do anything, right? Well, the dishes are almost done. The only thing she said is, I regret not doing the dishes several weeks ago. She's got everything cleaned up, basically. She destroyed the dishwasher. So, anyway, so last night you asked how my Christmas does. I got done with my video and I decided to go on YouTube. Not YouTube, watch your TV show and stuff. So as I was watching your movie, I had everything prepped. I think prime rib is somewhat frozen, I don't know. But 2 hours later, Chloe wants her meat, her prime rib piece. Cuts into it, looks at it, and she says, oh, for you, it needs another hour, So puts the lid back on, cooks it for another hour. She eats hers like almost mooing. Then she basically said, oh, cuts up it says and says, oh, this isn't done yet. Throws it, cuts it up. She literally like butchered the prime rib roast basically. And finally she butchered it in 3 sections. Said you might not look like a boneless rib steak when I get done, but we'll know how come it's not cooking properly. She cuts into it. She says, oh, it's mooing. And then she says in the end, oh, I think, Rita, we need to talk to the management if it's taking 8 hours for the stove to cook. Prime rib. I said it could have been freaking frozen for all we know. I mean, it could have been frozen in the middle, and that's why it was moving until she cut it up, and then she kept putting it in the oven until it was fully like medium well, or medium to medium well. But she ate hers almost nearly raw after 2 hours. Like, oh yeah, that's how the steak prime rib's supposed to be. Really rare, blood rare. But throughout the night, she basically ate like 2 pot pies and everything else. So I was getting really, really cranky. And dinner for me, since you were like, oh, how was it was at 9 in the morning this morning, Dad. So go ahead, feel free to laugh. Feel free to laugh. Yeah, I mean, literally. Yeah, I mean, 9 in the morning this morning is when I had my Christmas dinner, Dad. And so, I just couldn't believe it. I mean, Chloe's attitude is, oh, it has to be the stove. They replaced the coil last year, remember? And so, what is it? Another coil failing again? And the other day, she basically put in 4 pot pies, 2 Marie calendars and 2, and I had leftovers the next day, but 2 of those Boston Markets. It took the Boston Market one, took 30 additional minutes. And her answer is, oh, it's at the proper temperature. I think the stove coil's going. Yeah, the last time the repairman was there, they asked Chloe how come she doesn't clean it. Chloe says, I don't have a self-cleaning oven, so I don't know how to use a non-self-cleaning oven. I'm like, you gotta be freaking kidding me. Anyways, so then this morning, this afternoon, I got an email when I woke up. Moderator Pee-wee's cookies came in from Walmart. It's called Vibrant Life. It's Christmas cookie biscuits, a 9-pack, and they're like they're colored green and red, and and black. There's one with a reindeer, and they call it dog cookies. But anyways, Chloe threw a fit because she's like, you can't trust dog cookies from Walmart from China. I mean, literally, she's like arguing with me about giving him to Moppy, And then Bun Bun's got food, and Chloe's like, again, you don't know where the bunny food was made, so you can't give it to Ebo. It's like these are gifts for them. We can't deny them gifts from, yeah. I mean, literally. I mean, what do you make of it? Do you think she's just losing her damn noodle? And then the postal service emailed me this morning saying I got mail in the box, so I ran out there to get it today, and there's no mail. So I was like, I better ask Dad. Is this a day that the post offices are closed as a holiday? Okay, because it turned around and told me outright that it showed Zoe's Christmas card, and I asked Zoe yesterday. I think it was before going live with her. So, what's so special about the Christmas card? She said, "Oh, it's a surprise." And I said, "What? You're not going to spill the surprise or the beans?" And she says, "No." But the other present we were joking about, she let me know the one that's delayed and like I don't remember where it's delayed currently. It was in Fife and then Morton. I think it actually got in today to Friday Harbor at 9 in the morning, and it was supposed to be delivered tomorrow. It's popcorn salt. She said. She literally said it's popcorn salt from um, you know, popcorn salt. So I was like, oh, okay. So we got popcorn salt. That's cool because I like popcorn. So. But yeah, that's the other thing. And then the other presents I found out. Oh, by the way, I found out from my moderator Pee Wee. You ready for this? She bought a black hoodie. I think it's hoodie or jammies. She never clarified it, but you're gonna love this. A black hoodie or jammies for Chloe, right? Something like that. And she says it fits Chloe's personality well. She had to get it for Chloe, right? It's the Grinch. Remember the Grinch that stole Christmas? The one with Jim Carrey? Anyways, the meme goes, ew, people. What do you think? Does that suit Chloe or not? Yeah, so anyways, I was looking for something, anyways, do you so how was your Monday? Did you work today or are you working tomorrow or whatever, or you were off today or hey, you should be feeling pretty damn good about that, aren't you, Pops? Anyways, apparently Zoe made me a meme this morning that says, my new female friend, R.L. Smith, Lieutenant Colonel, U.S. Army, just called me. Face woman from the A team. Who do you friends think you are? You should ask. Face woman. Yeah, that's what I called her this morning. Face woman. I can't see you being face man. You don't have that face that can pull off the cons like he does, Dad. But you do have you could be called HM Pop Doc because you kind of are insane at times. But you're not into violence, so. Anyways, I'm on season 3, episode 24. A couple of those I thought, yeah, I don't know. But it is interesting, so. Anyways, what do we got on the list? You got it open or what? We did watch Malaki or Maloki. I think it's pronounced Maloki. Malachi, whatever. Yeah, we watched that. So, Christmas season's over till next year. Pretty much. I don't know what to watch. Hmm? Okay. And where is it? Oh, it's on Prime. Yeah, I had to be funny about that. It's on Prime. I mean, literally. I mean, well, I've been using Tubi lately, and I've actually been enjoying some of the commercials for once. However, Hulu, I just saw the latest update in January. They're going to raise their damn prices again, including Hulu Live TV, apparently. I was sitting there thinking to myself, how much more are they going to milk Poppy before he cuts Hulu off? I mean, YouTube Live TV, they're going to, apparently, if you go with YouTube Live TV, they give you commercial free. That's what Zoe said. You know, so, anyways, what's the, what's the, what's the plan? So Alice on, but what's it about? So I know exactly what I'm looking for. Dad. Is this the one that's under the iron rule of rural Georgia plantation? There's a movie. It's 2022, and it's got Johnny Lee Miller in it, and it's called Alice. It's on Stars or whatever. It's a 2022 drama. It looks really good. It's basically about African Americans. You know, she was basically been enslaved for so long. When she breaks free, it's 1973. Apparently, seems like that'd be a good movie to watch too. It's on Stars. Oh, yeah. I saw this drama and I thought, this one about, racism, about, would be interesting to see. But yeah, okay, whatever works. I mean, I usually don't stumble across something. 2010 version of Alice in Wonderland or the Disney one? There's Alice in Borderland, Alice Through the Looking Glass. Well, yes, I know, but I asked hypothetically what year Kimosabi. I said what year Kimosabi. Hey, Kimosabi, what year? Okay. There's Mila Wasikowska. There's Alice in Wonderland on Disney Plus. There's a live action version of Alice in Wonderland on Disney Plus. This looks pretty badass, Dad. It's 10 on Disney Plus and it's free. Alice in Wonderland, the animated version of the Disney, is on Disney and on Tubi for free. I guess Disney's, okay. And then there's Alice Through the Looking Glass. That's on Disney, by the way. That's with Johnny Depp. Then there's Alice in Wonderland, a 1933 one. The 1999 one. Okay. Let me just ask before you even do it. The one that I'm looking at here is 1999. It's got Tina Majorino in it. Is that who the one you're thinking about it? And Martin Short and Whoopi Goldberg. Hmm. Oh, righty then. He's taking a look. Ace Ventura. You remember that movie? You remember that scene? And Ace, he's like, I know why Roger Pedactor's dead. He found big old Mr. Knish. Zoe can't believe how many movie lines I can save, you know. Well, here I see there's one on Prime, one on Tubi, and one on. It's a 1999, and here, let me send you the link real quick. This won't take but a second. I can send you the link. No, let me look, because what I was going to do is I was going to send it to your cell phone. All you got to do is click the link to the Roku thing. I mean, you do use your cell phone, and that'll tell you exactly. Let me look. Hold on a sec. That's I said Martin Short. That's what I asked you. Whoopi Goldberg, yeah. And I'm on my other website where it says it's also free on Tubi, Freevee, Plex, and Prime, so I can use any of these services for it. But yeah, so there we go. Is there another type of movie you want afterwards? You know that one Alice one looked pretty good. The one I stumbled upon by mistake. 150. That's almost 3 hours. Hold on, let me look that. Well, yeah, because it's 3 hours. I'm surprised you haven't got off your made. I'm going to make a smart ass remark here and say I'm surprised you haven't done what is it called? You're probably sitting there going call it Troy. I mean, you haven't even seen that one yet, have you? Okay, so here we go. Alice in Wonderland. 2 hours and 13 minutes, and this is on Freevee. It's saying it's Whoopi Goldberg. It's 2 hours and 13 minutes. It ain't that bad. So, all right, I'm gonna get this queued up, and it's on Freevee. So there we go. So now I got that taken care of. You know. So, anyways, just thought I would, you know. Mm-hmm. Oh God, you did that to him. What if he wanted to say Merry Late Christmas and Happy New Year, you know? Instead you're like, oh, click. Mm. Well, we know it was you. You just admitted it to me. You confessed your sin to me, you're my son. I thought that'd be funny, Dad. All right. So, anyways, I will send you on Google Voice to your phone that one movie. You can take a look at it on your own time. I think you might find it to be an interesting movie. I mean, you know, you come up with some interesting, what do you call it? Interesting things by mistake. I'll send it to you via the Roku link directly, and you can let me know eventually, but something that catches your eye for maybe tomorrow or something, because it looks interesting, you know. Yeah, well, I'll forget about it tomorrow, because usually I watch things I find the day I find them, you know. So, anyways, anyways, um, and it's on Stars, so I'm gonna put it in my watch list. My put it in for me to watch later, you know, because you know it's Stars. So, you know, yeah. So, all right, cool. So, anywho, anything else new before we ship off? Hey, did I tell you this? Did I tell you the story about Chloe last night? Not the other thing where she calls her mom up to butter her up for gift cards, and she says, "Oh yeah, don't forget to let Grampy know I haven't got one from him yet, Grammy." And she's like, "I'm with Grammy. I'll let Grammy know. Grammy will send you one. Make sure to split it 50-50 with you and Rita because Rita puts up with your crap. And I'll talk to Grampy too and get one for you too." And she's like, "Okay, cool." Click. I mean, literally, you apologize to get a gift card. Isn't that freaking ludicrous? Anywho, let's see. Yeah. So, all right, Dad. So apparently, the synopsis says that this is what it says. It says, Alice, an enslaved person on a Georgia plantation, escapes through the woods and stumbles through time into the year 1973 after she meets a delusional political activist. She confronts the lies that kept her enslaved. All right, that might be just up your alley, is what I'm saying. So, yeah, because I know. So, okay, well, I better let you go then, Pops. And I have nothing more to say then. So, all right, love you, and you behave yourself and enjoy your coffee. Which flavor are you choosing tonight? Death by chocolate, finally? How is it? Have you tried it yet? Oh, great, great. Do you recommend any of those ones? If I can get whole bean or ground for myself, do you recommend any that I sent you? Oh, well. All right, toodles. Okay, well, keep me informed. You can always text me if you need something. So, all right, well, enjoy your movie, and I'll enjoy it too. So, toodles. Love you. Bye bye. Yeah. Anyways, I need to charge the phone. So, that's that phone. So, you guys get the unedited version, anyways. Dad's talking about Alice, and stuff. It's like, yeah, okay, you're talking about a movie. Anywho, um, I should see if Higgins is still up, send a quick email to Higgins. And then I, have a couple other things to say about these things. All right, then I'm going to leave. So, here goes the deal. So I think either they're trying to force, which if there's a fully power grid shutdown in the United States, that could cause a banking collapse, maybe because no one's getting paid because all the people are repairing the what do you call it? Repairing the power grid. But then again, these might be small scale people that got drunk and did it too. No one knows what the circumstance of why it happened. So to me, you know. So this morning, I want to tell you, I saw an article that I wanted to share with you. That Alice in Wonderland on Disney looks good. That live action version. I mean, they always make some really good ones. So I'll check out Disney. I was telling Zoe. But anyways, I was reading this morning before bed. Um, it had to do with couple articles. One is they're talking about the 73 best store deals after the holidays. One is Amazon, the unknown, tons of useful items from tech to home essentials, and the Target's doing up to like a clearance sale, up to 50% off clothing, shoes, toys, beauty, home decor, and more. So, it looks pretty promising. So, anyways, then you got brands I've never heard of, so companies, but they have like Adidas, Artie's, stuff like that, but I'm not into healthcare and kitchen, and all this stuff, so it also depends on what you want, but I saw an article today. Feds are another thing that they're talking about is you know Here we go. Here's the article I read this morning, okay? All right, so it says here, Federal Reserve's preferred measurement of inflation showed price increases continued to moderate in November, providing yet another welcome indication of period of painfully high prices. So they can't get it under control. So price index in November rose 5.5%. Prices rose just 0.1% from October, and annually went up 4.7% and 0.2% on a monthly basis. Consumer price index and producers price index. So the November PCE, the economy in transition, tasked with retaining in the highest inflation since the early 80s. The Fed has undertaken a series of blockbuster interest rate hikes. And it says mortgage rates are at 6.27%, yada, 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 durable goods goods orders sink in November 2.4%. Commerce Department report Friday showed the new orders for manufactured goods. Shipments increased, yada, yada, yada. And then it says, how is consumers feeling? Inflation slowed March downwards has been marking news to consumers as well, to perk up their economic sentiments during December, because a lot of people use credit for their Christmas. Consumers clearly welcome the recent easing inflation, I told Zoe, I'm kind of proud of her for actually saving up, and she paid $650 out the door for a computer, and she loves it. So I'm very happy that she loves her computer, and I'm also happy that she did other things. Another thing I want to talk about is this article. Okay, they're talking about storm warning in Nebraska, Minnesota, Wisconsin, Detroit, or Michigan, Illinois, Indiana, through Canada and parts of New York. So but anyways, the article says, with much of the U.S. still reeling in from a nearly week-long winter storm. It started on our side, East Coast, where I live, and it went across the country. Flight cancellations, delays, and other transportation challenges continue to pile up on Christmas Day, including but not limited to bus travel, train travel, and plane travel. Saturday afternoon, there were up to 2,800 cancellations in the United States, leaving and within the U.S., according to flight tracking FlightAware, and over 6,500 flights were delayed nationwide. Denver International, Hartsville, Jackson, Atlanta, and Chicago O'Hare were among the U.S. airports most affected by the delays and cancellation, according to FlightAware. Okay. Buffalo Niagara International tweeted that it would remain closed entirely on Monday 26th. They're still covered like over a foot of snow. Saturday's delays and cancellation followed delays of disruption as the storm swept across the country, bringing bone-chilling temperatures and without conditions, with reports of a bomb cyclone, extreme weather pattern near the Great Lakes. Friday, there were nearly 6,000 canceled flights in the U.S. and close to 12,000 delays, according to FlightAware. Greyhound said Saturday that many of its scheduled bus services would be canceled. Saturday and Sunday due to the winter weather in the upper Northeast and Pacific Northwest areas. Routes leaving the Buffalo and Syracuse and New York, Cleveland, Ohio, Portland, Oregon, and Boise, Idaho are some of those affected. Greyhound advised passing check back bus tracker Greyhound for the latest updates. Now, Amtrak said Friday morning that severe weather has caused Amtrak to make several service and cancellations from now through Sunday, December 25th. The train company said impacted customers should be able to take trains leaving at similar times or another day. Those staying at home are also dealing with the impacting of the storms. As of Saturday afternoon, about 755,000 homes and buses, business nationwide were without power due to the Arctic blast and winter storm that tore down power lines. Storm pummeled parts of the upper Midwest and Northeast with heavy snows and blizzard conditions and flooding along the Northeast quarter on top of rigid temperatures. The weather impacted the holiday gifts as well. The U.S. Postal Service, UPS, FedEx, and Amazon all recently said the weather is disrupting their operations. Yes. On its service alerts page, UPS impacted states and zip codes. It had previously warned that some delivery and pickup services may be affected, big time affected. FedEx said it was experiencing substantial disruption at 2 processing hubs, adding that all FedEx Express locations have been impacted by severe weather and delays can be expected for package and deliveries across the U.S., with a delivery commitment through Monday, December 26th. Now, FedEx delivered Pee-wee's presents to Ebo and Blizzard today. As of Friday, the USPS said it temporarily shut down 89 post offices, and Amazon said it temporarily closed some of the sites of the impacted areas. And being nice, they apparently are paying for these people to be delayed. So there you go. So anyways, so that's something there. So they're talking about, people that placed Christmas orders before Christmas. A lot of these people's presents never got to. Good morning, Rita. Charging phone. See Southwest shitstorm? Yeah, I saw the Southwest shitstorm. 60% flights canceled? Yes, that's what we were talking about. We're also talking about what Higgins sent me today about power outages. Apparently, Washington, 4 power stations were attacked in Pierce County, south of Tacoma. So, I remember there was a pilot shortage too. Pilots don't want to work. Pilots want to basically go on strike, So, hey, Zoe, how you doing? Yeah, I messaged you earlier, I figured you were in nap mode or writing mode, because, I sent you a message on it, so. But anyways, glad Zoe heard me say, I am proud of her for paying cash. So as you all know, Chloe is throwing a fit about these cookies. Like I said, these Christmas cookies. You can see they're like Santa Clauses and reindeer and other designs. Christmas cookie biscuits, treats for dogs. Chloe's throwing a fit because it says in the back, made product to China. So she's like, and then she was throwing a fit about Evo's bunny food right here, pet rabbit food, made with Timothy hay. Well, that's cool. She was complaining because it doesn't say anything about made in America, and I'm like, dude, it's fine. So, and then Zoe's present apparently got to Friday Harbor, so it will be here tomorrow. Yeah, well, you know how Chloe is. Chloe just thinks they could put a ground dog in these cookies. For some of you that don't know, China basically does apparently keeps their animal population down by apparently eating dogs and cats and rabbits. Poor little Bun. Your kin in China is being eaten. Anyways, so another thing that I wanted to say, is Mama Pee-wee said something about my package for her is in Langley, Washington. Actually, if I look closely, it said something about being in Friday Harbor last time I checked. I think that's what it says. I'll check real quick. And, I ran out today to the mail. I got to tell you this story. Zoe's here, so I can't just sit there and say, because me and Zoe were joking about making shit up, just on books, but one of the things that I got in the mail, so I ran out to the mailbox excited. It said informed delivery for today was Zoe's Christmas card, and I asked Zoe once before, you can spill the beans, what's in it? She said, no, that's a surprise. So, I ran out to get it and it wasn't there. So post office wasn't working today. So, but, it says here I have no packages currently The packages currently are unavailable. Tracking information for packages is temporarily unavailable. We apologize. But it said today that I had a bank statement from Key Bank and Zoe's Christmas card. So, frankly, when I ran to the mailbox, it wasn't there. So I was like, shit. And then, the post office is apparently closed. So apparently Zoe's package, I got an email that said 2 packages were delivered. Package number, I think it's this one here. It says your package is delayed. And it's supposedly going to be delivered possibly tomorrow. That's what it's saying. It doesn't say pending. It's what C just said, popcorn salt. So it got in at 8:11 a.m. on Friday Harbor, but they already had the trucks loaded for tomorrow. So, her thing will deliver tomorrow, and that just leaves Mama Pee Wee's stuff coming in tomorrow too by post office, but we don't know because the post office didn't deliver any mail today, but her card apparently was screen captured. So, what upsets me is my Christmas cards never went to Dinky, Poppy, or Zoe yet, and my money order for Dinky never showed, so I have to get her another money order. So, but I told Zoe this morning the whole story about the the prime rib and stuff. Damn, about 8 hours. I ate that. My dinner was like 9 in the morning. I took a picture and she's, oh, it looks like a good piece of meat. Yeah, after Chloe butchered it up. I mean, it looked like little prime rib chunks. But you know what? It will taste a lot better tonight with the au jus. I will tell you, it will taste better with the au jus. And so Mike's package I got to get out probably tomorrow or something. More likely I'll wait a couple days because the post office will probably be hammered with people in line trying to get everything shipped out. So but yeah. Anywho, it is what it is. But no, ground dog, as in ground dog and cat. They eat them apparently. If you ever look up YouTube vids, Chloe's played them for me, where they show how animals are treated in China. It's sad. It's like they don't consider animals your friends. They consider animals to eat. And to me, some say, oh, well, it's a form of survival. No, it ain't. It's a form of abuse. You don't just go eat an animal because you have to, So anyways, hopefully tomorrow Zoe's Christmas card comes, I am sad that her gifts never came, We were talking about moral values today on the phone of theft, and the sheriff's got enough problems tracking down all these people that poached packages during the power outage. That's the power went out. But today I was impressed with FedEx because apparently I think Mama Pee Wee yelled at the FedEx supplier because there's packages that went missing. I mean, usually FedEx, Mama Pee Wee, I think she made sure that delivery confirmation, which was a picture. They actually took a picture of the package and embedded it in the email so I could see it was there delivered this morning. So I thought FedEx did a good job, a lousy, sloppy job of delaying things, but you can't blame FedEx for the delays of the weather. The weather was the problem, but everyone's going to be suffering. Some people didn't even get their Christmas presents, I bet, because the bomb cyclone snowstorm went through and just leveled everything with snow and delayed the roads, freezing rain. I mean, as soon as the snow stopped, it went to freezing rain and so forth and so on, And, Zoe this morning, she was funny. She's like, it's fucking cold out. Yep. I mean, I looked up the weather. I mean, currently it is 46 degrees here, 46, and the heater's not on. So, Chicago's got 4. So far the lake's got a gale warning. So currently it is 5 miles per hour. Chicago's 17 or 14 degrees right now, and it feels like 6. So, it'll get warmer, soon, But I told Zoe to, eventually Thursday, I think it was Thursday. Okay, so Tuesday it's going to be 26. Wednesday it's going to be 40. So Zoe will be getting out Wednesday definitely to do her exercise, burn off all her Christmas food. I just hope Zoe took my advice and cashed in on the ham deals at that grocery store, that I sent her links. Now with Higgins is approximately currently 24 degrees, snow showers tonight. Tomorrow it's mostly cloudy with 24, so it's going to start to warm up. He's got wind, so he's got like 13 mile per hour winds, but his temperatures will rise into the 40s by Thursday. So you won't see colder temperatures drop again until Thursday the 5th, which will be snow showers and 32. So he's going to get snow again, but that's Michigan for you, and for us, we have 5 warning watches. So special weather statements are out here. People are always like, what is it? Avoid the subject of the heavy rainfall through Tuesday and recent snowmelt will lead to increased threat of landslide. So we still got landslide that, will not. Then we got gale warning till Wednesday at 4 a.m. We have a wind advisory till Wednesday at 1 a.m., Tuesday at 1 a.m. to Wednesday, and then we got a flood watch and a coastal flood advisory. So we have all these things, so we got a flood watch till Tuesday till 1 p.m. Flood watch from Monday the 10th to Wednesday the 10th. So Monday the 10th, it's Wednesday. Oh, yeah, Monday 10 a.m. to Wednesday. It's a 2-day flood watch. And then we got a wind advisory. So I'm going to look at the hourly forecast because, and the 10-day because it'll tell us exactly. So currently we are at 5 miles per hour. And then the 10-day forecast. So tomorrow, Tuesday, it'll be 18 miles per hour and it drops down to 11, then 15, and then goes down there. So, excuse me for a minute. I have to do this because it's beeping. Which means I got to replace the batteries yet again in the scanner. So, so Chloe's still out. Apparently, she's at the store, I think, unless the police picked her up. Hopefully, the policeman picked her up, Ground dog making Tazu passion tea hibiscus. Oh, that sounds yummy. I'm just changing the batteries out in my scanner. So, anywho, I got to check on shipping and tracking and stuff, So, Zoe had a nice little thing, So, I assumed you were napping. That's why you didn't get to me faster on Discord. But there we go. Higgins is always like, oh, yeah, see, my scanner. Apparently someone fled Friday Harbor and got to Seattle by boat, so. Why is there coffee grounds in my coffee cup? Did the coffee grounds overflow? I mean, I've never seen that much grounds in here. Shouldn't have gone through the the entrance thing. Anywho, good coffee. I think we're using the 6th Avenue blend, I think it is. Yeah. Then, Dad was talking about sending me coffee for Christmas, but I was like, yeah. So, anywho. So Zoe's going to be here till she falls asleep. I got on because, I wanted to share with you the whole story of the prime rib. Ham's got to be cooked tonight if the pots get cleaned. Zoe and I were joking. Chloe's out at the store. Oh, I'm going out because I need tobacco. Chloe's like, oh, okay, you your dip. Okay, cool. She didn't take the phone for once either. She usually takes the phone. So, that was the funny thing. She didn't take the phone for once, I actually was on it with Dad, so, Oh, damn. Yeah, I know what you mean with the head, hard head, I get that too, Napping out of it. Oh, well, you gotta nap. I mean, Zoe and I were joking earlier this morning about sleep, I got up this morning, and I was going to go get the mail, and, true story. My Crocs popped out, the little thing, and I said, "Oh, Chloe, can you do it?" She's like, "I'm up. What, yo?" And then she started in on me because she's like, "What's that thing you were talking about last night?" I was gaming till she was gaming till I don't know, noon or something, So when I got done with Zoe, I went and watched TV, and she came. This morning, first thing she asked, "What were you and Zoe talking about? Women hair or something?" I said, "Oh, and I don't sit there and sugarcoat anything." So I was like, "Oh, she said that, my hair is female, and we were talking about transgendered hair. Transgender people don't have the natural wavy hair, And then Zoe was talking about how beautiful my gray hair was, and Chloe was like, "What, you think I have man hair?" And I said, "I didn't say that." "You don't think I'm intersex?" And I said, "I didn't say that. We were just talking about my hair being more female, female qualities, and Chloe got combative and started raising her voice, saying, so, and I said, "Look, we were talking about, like, for example, Chloe's dad, and the hair not looking female, and how they gotta use a curling iron and a blow eye, what do they call those, a hair dryer and all this stuff to fluff their hair and make it so female, so they're like, oh yeah, look, I pass really well." And to me, I pass very well, but I don't need makeup because, like I said, I was talking to you, the viewers, and I said, yeah, that, some people say, "Oh, Rita's not a woman because she doesn't wear makeup." You know why I don't wear makeup? I'll tell you why. Because most makeup nowadays is coming out on the news being chemicals in it that presents cancer. Yeah. So, I mean, literally, yeah. I mean, we're talking about New Zealand, for example. The New Zealand wants to ban all tobacco products, and they want to get it so they can ban all booze products, right? That is basically a communist country right there, a socialist communist country. They'll pay for sex changes, but they won't cover. They want to take away people's rights to tobacco, to booze, to pot, to anything. And it's like, to me, they took away guns. And to me, me and Zoe are talking about guns. I didn't get to tell her my favorite gun was the Ruger 454 Cazul, Super Red Hawk Alaskan. But to get to the point, we were talking about guns for a minute and stuff, and but my point was, my main point wasn't about guns in general. It's like, talking about, we talked about gun rights for a bit, like, the state of Washington's trying to take away people's rights. And I said that ain't going to fly in the Supreme Court, but they think they got the upper hand by saying, well, if you're allowing Roe versus Wade to be dissolved and the states get to make the decision, then the state should make the decision who gets guns and who doesn't. And that was my little debate with Zoe, And the thing is, it doesn't fly with the the gun owners. I mean, literally, it doesn't fly with anyone, you know. And to me, um, the point being with it was, we were joking, and again, I got to get the ham cooked tonight, but, that's how long is it going to be? Is it going to be at 9 a.m. ham delivery? I mean, I'm having prime rib tonight myself for leftovers. Chloe can have another pot pie while she waits for the ham. And I think the ham might need to be cooked about 2.5 hours minimum due to the fact that the ham is, I think it's, well, what did they say how to cook the ham? I can't remember. It's what, 275 for every 15 minutes of meat. It says here, cook for 325 for every 10 to 15, so every 15 minutes of ham. So if that's a 8-pound ham, you got 2.5 hours. So we'll do 2 3/4 because all it has to do is you got to heat it. And it's a smoked ham, so it doesn't even give you the honey glaze packet, which is a good thing. But, Dad was talking to me today about honey glaze packets, and he's like, I went to Carla's for dinner, and she knows I don't like ham. Yeah, well, you basically prefer prime rib, but I didn't say that because, I don't want to be smart ass. He doesn't prefer turkey either. Oh, I don't prefer turkey. Thing is when I said, I think he's trying to avoid pig altogether, but he'll eat everything else. He'll eat gyros, he'll eat lamb meat, he'll eat burgers, he'll eat steak, he'll eat everything else, but he's not a fan of turkey or ham. I think it's like at his age, he just is like, yeah, I'm not, But, the thing is, you gotta keep making these, tea and cake. She should have a phone for security. Hot bar time. Yes, hot bar time. But the King's closes at 9. So, the thing is, where is Chloe? Thing is, Chloe is not here, I mean, we don't know what's going on with Chloe, I mean, I sent her out over an hour ago, so, and the scanner's not saying anything. So, oh, that reminds me, the scanner's, okay, it's right there. Cool. So, but yeah. She should have a phone for security. She should have taken the phone just for security. Yeah, but it was charging, But she never even thought about it. Coca-Cola time, yes. Low grabbing a straw, yes. You see, she's going to be. So watch me on YouTube while having a Coca-Cola. Need to eat more fruit. Yeah, well, same here, But mostly the fruit we get is canned stuff. And the canned stuff isn't, making sure everything's good when it comes to the heater. So I can fire up the old heater and get it warm here, which has been very blessing because I'm not, the heater is going to be used less and less because the temperatures are rising, Does she have a walkie-talkie? No, the walkie-talkies are here. She didn't take anything, so I don't know. But yeah, I mean, literally, we don't know if she got into an accident or got ran over or gas station was robbed or, she's been arrested. No one knows what's going on. It's 10:30, and more likely she's been probably outside smoking, talking to a neighbor or something, But we'll find out when she comes in, Just duck. Yesterday was fun. Just duck. Yeah, the duck. It was fun, wasn't it? I mean, I told Zoe I don't want to do the StreamYard thing every day with Zoe because, I do get tired of YouTube. I mean, there's not much, I mean, yeah, there's people now on YouTube talking about prepping for a more longer power outages due to the fact that our power stations were attacked. But like I said, power stations could have been attacked because they could be testing for, but not limited to. There she is. So I gotta ask, what took you so long, Kimosabi?
I was also smoking.
Oh, okay. See, smoking. I figured that. You see. Anyways, the power these preppers, they have nothing better to do. They could have attacked our own power stations because they're angry that nothing's going according to their plan. Thank you. So, Has station was robbed. Yeah, could, but I said she could be smoking. So, And she was smoking. So you have your Coca-Cola. Excuse me for 1 second, people. As Zoe knows, I do take breaks. Since I've done this video so far for 2 hours and 15 minutes, I will run real quick to the restroom. So give me 1 second. Hey, Mom. How you doing? Got the heater on. So we'll have dinner soon. How's that sound? Or I'll have prime rib. You can have a pot pie. And I'll get the ham started for you as soon as I'm done. You looking forward to ham? You still got a mashed potato packet you can use. Pay night is when? Okay, so 1 week from today. Yeah. Cool. Yeah. Uh, hemorrhoids. Still no Tony? Nope. What are you doing in New Year's? Nothing really. I could pull out a turkey or a ham. Got a few shots of cherry whiskey. No money to buy any more until payday if I want. Since coronavirus better sin. Oh yes, we need a frog. Yes. What are you doing? Well, what are you planning to do New Year's? Are you stay in, Zoe, or are you gonna go out and hang out with friends, get a fruit, bat your eyelash, and go? Oh yeah, I'll take you for your dinner. Wink, wink, wink. I'll take you dinner. Wink, wink, wink. See, I make fun of Zoe for a minute. Wink, wink. Anyways, I gotta go check on a few things. I got an idea I need to ask Chloe real quick. All right, let me see if I can do this because I don't know if I can. Because Chloe was like asking me a question, so I gotta sign out and then see if I can sign in with Chloe's account. She told me to try it. Sign in. Will it let me? Yes, it will. So I went into Chloe's account because Chloe told me to, and I want to check our gift card balance. All right. Yeah, there we go. So, oh yeah, there we go. So, I'll sign out because I can. Now I know. Oh, you know what? I'm curious about something. Let me look up something real quick. So, let's just go over here to this one. Let me look. Gift card. There. Okay. Email address. I'm just experimenting. She's like, oh, you can. So, see, can we do it? Okay. Add to cart. Let me see. Proceed the checkout. I'm just checking something real quick. Have a holly jolly Christmas. It's the best time of the year. So basically, let's see, change payment method. Let's see, can you change it? Oh, so says right here, Chloe cannot use a gift card to pay for a gift card, So, can you believe that? So, you know, but anyways, I was hoping, I'll tell you what I was thinking of doing, okay? For placing any orders that Chloe and I thought she'd sit on the gift card for you know, for a day or two. And there we go. And then I go back to my Christmas list. And of Christmas 2022, I'm going to rename it Christmas 2023, and everything else will be there. So, yeah. So, due to storm, 57 dead. Yeah, trapped in cars. I think so. I don't know how they died. So, I mean, it is sad. It really is sad. You know. Krabby McCoffee here. As well as I do, I really want to do cooking videos because it shows my side of cooking more, and I can get Chloe involved as well. But you know how it is. I even emailed Higgins on something, and it didn't work. So I was like, it didn't work. Mm. Trapped in cars? Yeah, something like that. Hey, Boom Boom, what's up, huh? Look at that. Look at that little head coming out. What's up, little guy, huh? What's up, huh? Yeah, you're basically a happy little bunner, aren't you? Little bunner's happy, you know. So, I gotta tell you, so when I saw that picture of Zoe's Christmas card, I couldn't help but look at the fine details of it, you know. And I was looking at it and I was analyzing it, and it says Zoe and then it said her address, and then I looked at it and it had a picture of a stamp with a rabbit on it. And I'm thinking, that woman knows exactly what she's doing. Look at it. She gave me a stamp with a bunny on it. And I was like, look at that bunny. That bunny is not as cute as the bun, but that bunny is really funny. Cute. But I should do this just to be funny. So yeah, I'm gonna do it. Sorry, Zoe, I have to do it. Gotta send you something on Zoe's like, and I was hoping you guys are gonna laugh at me anyways, but I will there we go. Go down here. Go here because I'm just doing this. So I do this, like this, like this, and then like this. Like this. I want to show Zoe this little trick. Me and Zoe were shooting this shit last night about there we go. So as the packages package has been restored. All right, cool. So apparently it says here that Mama Fanny's was supposed to be delivered by 8:45 today. It got into Langley and then got into Friday Harbor. So currently, apparently, it is sitting in Friday Harbor now. So apparently, okay. And then, it broke down again. The package thing broke down yet again. Let's see. All right. So I guess we can't look at the other package. Oh, well. So I'm going to send this to Zoe to be funny. She'll probably get the Discord. It says, hey, face. And now I sent it to her. I have to ask the question again via, Oh, God, I had to say that. Okay, for some of you guys wondering about the joke, okay, I'll tell you the joke, all right? So Zoe, of course, got this picture, and I sent it to her, to confirm that her Christmas card she's worried about coming. I said, you sure you don't want to spill the beans, face? Because we trapped in cars, thought you would catch the bun. Yeah, I saw the bunny stamp, that's the thing, and I'm not going to share with you the photo, but Zoe sent me a meme that was pretty funny today. I'm going to save the meme actually to my computer. So she said, okay, this is what she posted on this meme. All right, it was beautiful today. All right, it says, my new female friend, R.L. Smith, Lieutenant Colonel, U.S. Army, remember, Colonel Hannibal Smith, just called me face woman from the A-team. Well, she is face woman. Who do your friends think you are? You should ask. Yeah, well, you know what? Face woman should basically, I mean, literally, she bats her eyelashes and she's like, filet mignon. Can I get a filet mignon? Maybe I'll take some dessert to go with my dinner. I'll take 3 drinks, yeah. Don't make me put on the red or sexy short dress. Wink, wink, wink. Anyways, jokingly, of course, she says, I thought you would catch the bun bun. Yes, well, I was trying to explain to Zoe, is, and face, I told Face, I said, hey, Face, you don't want to spill the beans, because, Higgins made a joke the other day about, oh, maybe you should put in several Benjamins in it, Benjamins, So I was looking up something for some fact checking the other day of the 8 team, okay? Did you know, and I want to share this with you all, it's a little history lesson. Zoe's like, oh, you love history. I do. Now, let me show you something on my computer. Well, I'll read it to you, okay? So the United States has currencies, right? So you got George Washington on the $1 bill. First series was 1963 and then 1935 and yada, 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 right? Well, if you go down the list, it goes to other things, right? So what you do is you do this, right? You got the dollar coin, Sacagawea, $50, John F. Kennedy, the $quarter, George Washington, the dime, Franklin D. Roosevelt, 5 cents, Thomas Jefferson, and Abe Lincoln's 1 cent, right? So what you're looking for is the Federal Reserve notes, okay? There's several Federal Reserve notes you need to look up, okay? So first of all, you have the 1914 Federal Reserve notes, or the $5 bills. There's the red and blue thing of Abraham Lincoln. Now, the $10 bills were Andrew Jackson. The $20 bills was Grover Cleveland. I think they changed that out, And then the 50s were Ulysses S. Grant, right? And then the Benjamin Franklins, right? Then you have the Series 1918 Federal Reserve notes. John Marshall, $500 bill. If you didn't know, there's a $500 bill. Alexander Hamilton was on the $1,000 bills. James Madison was on the $5,000 bills. Always getting a little history lesson. And Salmon P. Chase was on the $10,000 bill, okay? Now, and then they recommend, etc., right? So here's the list, okay? It goes down to the discontinued currency, okay? So, they have, so what you want is, all right, so you go here. You guys are sitting there going, okay, so if you go here, right, it'll tell you what year and etc. No, here we go. Okay, so obsolete banknotes, okay. So back then, the obsolete banknotes is the 3 cents, the 5 cent banknote, the 10 cent banknote. So each one, you got Thomas Jefferson on the 5 cent banknotes, the 3 cent with George Washington. William M. Meredith was 10 cents, the 15 cent, yada, 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 right? So, the 10 cent banknote was the bust of Columbia. Robert Walker was on the 25 cent note. The 50 cent note was William Crawford. The William McKinley was on the $500 banknote. $1,000 one was Grover Cleveland, which, they discontinued that. The $2,000 banknote was historical figures. The 5,000 bill was James Madison. The $10,000 bill was Salmon P. Chase. And the 100,000 bill was Woodford Wilson. And so to me, it is interesting to know that they discontinued those in like 1969 or something. So if you go to the canceled denominations, right, that's coins, that they canceled even the $3 note. Yeah, so the large denominations, I think this is the link one. Here we go. Yes, I found it. So for example, uh, Albert Groton, whoever he is, was the $500 bill in 1862 to 1863. Now, $500 bill in 1869 was John Quincy Adams and Stephen A. Schaff and Charles Bunt, Justice. Another 500 from 1874 to 78 was Joseph Mansfield, Charles Burt, and Charles Burt. Another 500 was Joseph Mansfield, Charles Burt, and Charles Burt. Another one was James Smiley, and that was 1864, and it goes down the list. $500 bills was discontinued. $500, etc., In 1891, there was a $500 bill. Again, it was William Tecumseh and Sherman. 500 was General Burgoyne and James D. Smiley. And then in 1918, the $500 bill was John Marshall. And then the $500 gold certificate was the Eagle, and then the $500 1870s 75 bill was Abraham Lincoln. Then again in 1892 to 1922. Then it gets interesting. So from 1926 to 1934, the $500 bill, which Zoe that probably remembers, maybe William McKinley. And then from 1928 onwards, William McKinley. But these are discontinued bills. I think they discontinued in 1969 for their own reason. But from 1862 to 63 is Robert Morris on the $1,000 bill. Then DeWitt Clinton. So it was in 1869 and then 1878. And then again in 1880 was DeWitt Clinton. Then 1,000 was Justice of the Liberty, and then Guerrero and the Constitution in 1863 for the 1,000. 1878 is William Macy in 1880. William Macy in 1891. George Meade in 1890. George Meade's 1891. And then it was several others, but anyways, it gets interesting because in 1918, the $1,000 bills were Alexander Hamilton. And then, goes down the list. Again, you have Alexander Hamilton's, on thousands. And, they're specially labeled where the seal of the Treasury seal is green, where some of them are blue or red for, so in 1928 to 1934, the $1,000 bill was Grover Cleveland, and, it's an interesting currency, And then you have, because the A team was using $1,000 bills when they were doing the raids, And then, in 1969, apparently they decided to discontinue. James Madison's on the $5,000 bill in 1878. And then 1918, again, it's James Madison, but not many people heard of the $5,000 bills. So a ducat of $5,000 bills is, and then, in, with the blue seal in 1918, there was the blue seal. Now, the green seal in 1928 to 34 was James Madison on the $5,000 bill. Then, in 1878, it was Andrew Jackson on the $10,000 bill. Now, in the 1918, the $10,000 bill was Salmon P. Chase. And then 18, and it goes down the list on history. Now, Zoe's probably like, well, tell me more. Well, in 1928 to 34, the $10,000 bill again was Salmon P. Chase. There was two types. There was the one with the gold seal on the left and then the green seal on the right. And then, they discontinued all of the large denominations in 1969. So for forgery reasons. But the last one on the list is Woodrow Wilson in 1934, which is $100,000 bill. I mean, literally, $100,000. You can print your own money. You can make $1 million bill too, But still, the thing is, $100,000. I mean, wow, $100,000 bill. No, that's yeah. So the point is when I was doing research on the A team, right? The A team was made in 83, right, to 87. And in those 5 years, when you ever see the whole stash of money and you're looking, they're all $1,000 bills where they were discontinued in 69. So they were still in circulation. But, not many people know there was that. People sit there and think, oh, $100 bills are great, so, and then there's $500 bills again, and then, so someone emailed, right? And I got an email on my Twitter feed that says, we gave 100. And so, there you go. The Twitter files, that Elon Musk is posting. It's like, personally, I could give two shits about the Twitter files, But anyways, the point I'm making is when you get the being a when you get when you get do research, I've always been interested in currency, because there's a bank down in Seattle. I think there was like the $1 million bill, So discontinued is the $2 bill. Everyone knows the $2 bill is discontinued. $500 bill with Kinley, $1,000 bill. Let me read this to you. First $2 bills were printed in 1862. Excluding the decade from 66 to 76, two bills were printed uninterruptedly since Civil War. Latest series $2 bills were printed in 2000. Today, there are around 1.4 billion notes and current for $2 bills. Treasury minted several versions of the $500 bill, featuring President William McKinley on the front. The last 500 bill rolled off the presses in 1945 and was formally discontinued 24 years later in 1969. Like all bills featured here, the 500 bill remains legal tender. Most 500 notes in circulation today are in the hands of dealers and collectors. That being said, should you come into possession of a $500 bill, you'll find that its market value far exceeds its face value, even with warm specimens commanding upwards of 40% premium in the open market. So even in no long circulation, the $500 bill is tender. Now, this one there is the original $1,000 bill featured Alexander Hamilton on the front. When someone presumably realized it might be confusing to have the same former Secretary of Treasury in multiple denominations, Hamilton portrait was placed by President the 22nd, 24th, Grover Cleveland, like its smaller cousin, the $500 bill. The 1,000 bill was discontinued in 69, and like the 500 bill, the 1,000 would be seen to have a lot more use now than it did then. Why? Inflation, of course. Consumer Price Index had estimated 36.8% back in 69. As of January 2021, meaning a $1,000 bill today would be equivalent to a relatively modest $130 bill during the summer of love. Doesn't make any sense. We've lost larger denominations of the value of dollar have gotten progressively smaller. Treasury argues that keeping the denominations inconveniently small minimizes the possibilities of money laundering. That being said, hold on to a $1,000 bill that finds its way in your palm even more tightly than you would a $500 bill. Martha Washington, the open woman to appear on a primary, okay, it was discontinued. The second largest bin. $5,000 bill was initially issued to finance the Revolutionary War and was only officially printed by the government when the Civil War began. The bill was graced with a portrait of James Madison. President Richard Nixon ordered the bills to be recalled in '69 due to fear of criminals using them for money laundering operations. Finding a $5,000 bill takes luck, and significantly more than $5,000. Salmon P. Chase may be the most accomplished politician on our nation's history, never to have served as president, but even though he was a governor of and senator from Ohio, served as Secretary of the Treasury under Abraham Lincoln, and became Chief Justice of the Supreme Court, Chase is remembered by most people the guy on the $10,000 bill, the largest denomination ever printed for public consumption. The $10,000 bill never got much use. The lack of use is understandable, given that its value outstripped the net worth of the average American during most of the time. Bill was available in 1918. It was part of the 1969 purge of large currencies. Like its $5,000 counterpart, only a few hundred authenticated samples survive, and it's still legal tender today. Feature a portrait of Woodrow Wilson. The $100,000 note was actually a gold certificate that was never circulated or issued for public. The Bureau of Engraving and Printing created them during the Great Depression in 1934 for conducting official transactions between the Federal Reserve banks. While the $100,000 bill cannot be legally held by collectors, some institution like Museums of American Finance displays them for education purposes. The Smithsonian Museum and other branches of the Federal Reserve System has the rare bills in their, Then it talks about why are some coins are very rare. Gold dollar coins, Eisenhower dollar, Susan B. Anthony. Gold dollar coins are actually equivalent to $50 gold pieces. $2 bills are rare, and then the bottom line. So, but anyways, I thought I'd share that with you. So the highest you can get in current denominations is $10,000, and it's still legal term. So, Zoe, are you still with me, or are you still sleeping? Or did you go to sleep after your Coke? So I think she fell asleep. I'll just ask her on Discord. She fell asleep, because she. Oh, okay. So, what did you think of your little lesson about currency? I mean, literally, the ATM always showed $1,000 bills, and yet I had to look into it because I was curious again. Because but it is interesting that there's a $10,000 bill. Paying bills, that's cool. She's paying bills. See, you see, Face Woman's paying bills. She's got to pay on that Corvette that she drives. She drives this white Corvette with a red stripe. A white Corvette, red stripe. She's got a 2023 Corvette she drives with a red stripe. Yeah. So, she's driving her. She's got to pay the bill and her gas bill for her white Corvette. Which reminds me, I just want to see. Here we go. So, anyways, I'm gonna go over here real quick and look up something or other. I'm just checking. So, anywho, so build and pros. Okay, so I'm gonna look up some for Face Woman. There we go. All right, cool. All right, so what we want is the convertible. There we go. Next, trims. We'll take this. Why not? Next, interior. Let's see. Exterior color. Gotta have it to be red. Actually, you know what? We can go with red, white. Arctic white. Let me see here. Yeah, black maybe? There we go. Black. Perfect. Perfect face woman car. Can't see you're driving anything but what black. All right. Next, wheels. Gotta make sure we got some great wheels. What the best wheels there is. There we go. 1920. Yeah, there we go. Sweet. But we'll just see this, interior colors. We want it to be black interior. Actually, let's go with gray. Let's see here. What the hell? I said gray interior. There we go. Gray interior. Perfect. Cool gray. Gotta make sure it's black and gray. There we go. Nope, skip that. All right, so next options, let's see. There we go. And all right, so the summary is to build Face Woman's Corvette would be about $100,000, but she's got black with gray interior, touchscreen. And then we put in everything we can get option wise. And yeah, perfect. Perfect for Face Woman. Always wanted my superhero bar to be poison green with pink leather interior. And I love that metallic fleck car paint. Make it sparkle like a bumper car. Powder pink like a pastel. A pink car. Gee, I chose the A-team colors because that's what we are. We are the A-team. Clodoc's in the other room still playing her game. But at least I got control of her telling me to make the decisions for the newest scanner, But I might wait till tomorrow. Come here, Booner. What's up, little Boon Boon? Huh? Zoe hasn't seen you today. She only saw you basically, what's wrong, Boon Boon, huh? Maybe I can get Chloe to clean that cage tomorrow again. Anyways, I guess Zoe was paying bills, and I guess she wasn't interested in the history lesson of the money. I guess some people just don't like to learn. I'm looking at you, Zoe. You're looking, sorry, paying bills. Zoe's paying bills, always. The question I asked Face Woman was, I said, hey, Face, we got Clodoc, we got me, we got you, Face Woman, the ultimate conner, always getting free meals and stuff. At least we have her get us free meals too, because that's Face Woman. And then we still don't have our driver of my van. I'm trying to figure out who would be the driver of the van. Corey, he wouldn't do it. He'd be having the fifth member be Dinky, and I can't see Dinky riding in the back of my van. So that leaves me with I don't know. So I'm waiting to see like a pastel pink. Well, thank God my van it can be pastel pink. Anywho, I heard something that was great the other day. I should send it to Zoe. She might like this. I think it's this one I like. Let me look. Yep. Oh. I'm waiting for Zoe to tell me she fell asleep, or if she's listening to this too. I think this guy does a good job. I like this guy. He does a great job. This sounds like an interesting one. What's this? Probably not something I wanted to listen to, but I think the other one sounded better than myself. This one here was okay, but I think this one's better in my opinion. This one looks interesting. No. What do you think, Zoe? Did you hear it? I sent it to you as a joke. Nah, this doesn't sound right either. Nah, yeah, I'm very picky. Here we go. This one sounds great. So, come on. Waiting for Zoe. You're still paying me. Zoe, you come in, Zoe. All right. Like a pastel. Zoe, did Zoe fall asleep? Because Zoe knows when she leaves, I leave. Up. Let me grab some coffee. I don't know. Zoe's not talking again. She said she was paying bills. I think she fell asleep paying bills. I definitely know she fell asleep during paying bills. Anyways, let's grab some coffee and, I think she fell asleep, everyone. Yeah. So let's see. Shipping delays. We talked about that already. Winter delays. Winter is slowing down. So, yeah. Anywho. Ugh. All right. Let's Did Zoe fall asleep? Hmm. All right. Well, while we're waiting for Zoe's reply, I'll play this again because I think it's funny. I think Zoe fell asleep, Pete. Meaning I'm gonna zone out myself soon and go watch TV myself. What else was it we were talking about? I think we're discussing. I need it. I think she fell asleep. Zoe fell asleep. It looks like we've had enough coffee already, anyways. But still, let me see something. Google Maps. All right. I want directions. Hold on a sec. All right. I want to Crockett's theme. No, I don't want Crockett's theme. Here we go. There we go. Hey, face woman, you still up? Face woman must have went to sleep. Sorry, paying bills. So you're not going to spill the beans, huh, face? Well, she fell asleep, peeps. Plain and simple. Anywho, I, on the other hand, would like to log out because Miss Zoe fell asleep, you see. But, we've covered the shipping issues. We've covered the things. I mean, we got, oh, yeah, I haven't checked on that one package. Apparently, USPS's website's broken again. So, tomorrow's informed delivery. Plus, the fact that you guys are kind of curious, I got to get started to prep and cook my grub. How to make a ham for dummies. Yes, how to do, okay. Package thing's broken. It says here reload. Fine, reload it. Well, here we go. So apparently it will reload the packet. Packages are broken. So as of tomorrow, I will know what is in the Christmas card. Zoe said it's a surprise. So does anyone want to take a bet? Since Zoe's not around right now, she's like, she had her Coke, she paid her bills, and she went to sleep. How about we take a bet? Gift card or Higgins attitude? Uh, 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 George Washington, Abraham Lincoln's. Uh, do we even know what the Benjamins? I think it's Grants or 50s. I think I don't remember, but anyways, Higgins thinks it was greenbacks, and I was like, "You got to be kidding me! Greenbacks? Yeah, I don't think so. I think crazy Louis Higgins, crazy Louis the Higgins is basically very crazy. Thinks there could be a gift card in it, could be cash in it, could also be a little card that says "F you" too. No one knows. That's the surprise of it all is no one knows. Yeah. So for me, I'll tell you what I want. I want you guys to know that I got to make dinner soon, which means I need a cake pan to cook it, and some ajwa. So first plan, cake pan. So you see the cake or panner is clean. Because if it is, I'm going to use a cake pan. I'll move this here. Because Chloe, of course, didn't do it last night. So what we're going to do is Chloe's got some dishes to do anyways today. Not much. This is what's left of the dishes after 3 weeks. So it's going to take her more than probably an hour to do them all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do this. And I'm going to put some soap, which reminds me, it looks like I gotta buy soap. And we're going to soak the prime rib pan. Yep. So this is what's left. So as soon as my dinner's done, I will start to prep Chloe's dinner. Actually, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it right now. Because I can. You see, because Zoe's not around. Just a little chunk. Alright, so alright, so what we're doing is cleaning this. It won't take me this long. Because I need this roasting pan. Well, most of it anyways. For the ham. I'm still alive, but all right, so now what we'll do is dry this because I cleaned it myself, and we will be prepped and ready to go. I got to clean the lid though, but depends on how Chloe wants her ham to cook. I think I got to cook it just without the lid on it, And so one of the prepping tools you use, for cooking is the roasting pan. You see, everyone should have a roasting pan. They're like $20, right? So you get $20 roasting pan, There, see? $20 roasting pan, Oh yeah, look how nice this is. $20 roasting pan. Yeah, so it cost me Chloe ordered this pan on Amazon a couple years ago to replace the other ones. And I'm telling you, we've used this pan a lot. It's stainless steel, holds up to a nice little medium turkey. I need to get a bigger one, actually. But my other ones are pretty big, too. So what you do is you put this on the back burner. All right, so this is what I need here. I can always clean the pan when I'm done, and then I need a basic pot. Okay, so I'll have to get Chloe to get me a basic pot. Otherwise, we're ready to roll for leftover prime rib for myself. I'm having prime rib. So there you have it. So anyways, I think Zoe fell asleep. So anyways, I'm going to log off because I think it's time for me to prep dinner for myself. This time, at least I get au jus. So with that said, everyone, thanks for watching. Please add and subscribe. Please post comments. Please leave feedback, suggestion. Hit the like, subscribe buttons. Wholesome fun for your family, including your dogs, your cats, your bunnies, your service dogs, your service bunnies. Hit the bell notification, hit the thumbs up button, subscribe button, like button, and leave the comments nice is all we ask. And I will see you in the next video when we figure out what the plan is for New Year's. Maybe we'll have a New Year's party, and we'll have Zoe with us for New Year's. Of course, I can't say I don't have much money for booze, but we'll figure something out. We always do. So thank you, and God bless you and everything you do.